So hello everyone, welcome to Voice of me शिवशंकर हाजरा with you. तो आज जदि आम आर्टिकल्स देखा जो संडे वाला आर्टिकल्स अच्छे ए गोटे भितरकनिका उपर यूनिक आर्टिकल्स थिला तो मु भाविली आपको टिके यूनिकली डिस्कस भी मध्य करदवा भितरकनिका उपर जोटा जो माने चाहते कि पूरा न्यूज को डिस्कशन को एते लंबा सुनिबा and if they are concerned about like this, so that is why I thought it would be better to have a short session where I will only definitely and focus भितरकनिका. Now first of all, introduction to Bhitarkanika को जदि हमें देखिबा, this Bhitarkanika is a national park. ये होची national park is one of the national park of Odisha, situated and spreads in Kendrapada districts. In Kendrapada, so Kendrapada districts rochi is a national park and Ramsar site, and it's about Ramsar site which was elected in 1998. Designated as the national, that is the national wetland, significance of the national wetland, and also the Ramsar site. It was the 16th September 1998. It became the Ramsar site and the global significance, and also called as the mini Amazon of India. Also called as the what? It would be mini Amazon of India. So short name or the nickname, it's also known as the mini Amazon of India, and also the second largest mangrove patch in India, second largest patch of mangrove in India, which is situated in the what I would say eastern coast of Odisha, the eastern coast, and that's Odisha is having only the eastern coast or the eastern part of India, on the shore of Bay of Bengal, which is drained by two important rivers, that is the Brahmani, it is Brahmani river and Baitarani river. So Brahmani and Baitarani, two rivers, they drains to this particular point and makes the world one of the largest delta, Mahanadi delta, with Mahanadi. So Bhitarkanika is also the extended path of Mahanadi delta. Okay, so this is also important point here. If I go through the maps, here you can see the deltas, like the rivers are coming and making the deltas in this particular region. So Bhitarkanika, if I say, this is also one of the what? So major delta. Here you can see the small maps are also there. So this Bhitarkanika, also one of the largest delta in the eastern coast of India, which is the extended form of Mahanadi as well. The extended form of Mahanadi as well. Okay, so that is the Mahanadi as well. This Bhitarkanika is also unique because it's three species of crocodile. That is the freshwater crocodile, which is called as the mother, the saltwater crocodiles, and that is the gharial, and also gharial, which is critically endangered, and endemics, and also that is the endemic species of Chambal River. So these are the some of the uniqueness of Bhitarkanika. Apart from that, the Bhitarkanika also known for the olive ridley turtle. Olive ridley turtle, which is which forms or which they make world largest nesting ground here in form of the rootkits. Okay, the breeding zone, one of the largest breeding zone in the world, that also founds here. You can see that breeding zones are the millions, thousands of olive ridley, like the newborns, babies, they are moving towards the sea after the what breeding zone. That also one of the what largest breeding zone in the world, and this is the probably, and this is also the largest breeding zone in the world. This national park is also known for its what flora and fauna. The birds, millions and the thousands of birds comes every year visit this wetland to have the paradise for the birds. Like the silica, this is also paradise for the birds. And here you can see the how the saltwater crocodiles, they are the but small size, medium to small size crocodile, but the mogger, they usually the large size crocodiles. And this is the diversity of this particular forest, the like is awesome. So Bhitarkanika is also different from Sundarban because of its diversity, because of its what diversity. So diversity is one of the key factor of this region, that is why it is known for. So these are the some of the what, as I said, and also eco retreat programs being run by the Odisha government. You can also experience the ecotourism and the sense of beauty and the aesthetics of Bhitarkanika through the ecotourism programs of the Odisha governments. That is eco retreat is going to be but resume soon as it winter descends. So here we will, in this article, The articles is written by Siva Mahanti, who talks about the problem being faced of Bhitarkanika. So now I have given a glimpse of importance and the actual data and what exactly the Bhitarkanika knows. I have given the data. Now I will move forward where we will concentrate on the problems being faced by the Bhitarkanika. So Bhitarkanika is also the jewel of nature of Odisha situated on what in Kendrapada districts. Now recently this has got pretty news because of the what crocodile man and wildlife conflicts. So these crocodiles are the man-eater crocodiles. So many times in the news, even I was also having a short videos on the crocodiles and the man and wildlife conflict, where there was also a video in the social medias. A crocodile was that is mercilessly that is feeding by the humans, or that means I would say he was killing a woman and eating that woman in the water, deep water in the river. So many like horror images are coming out. A boy was again taken, a boy was again eaten by the crocodiles, a old man was taken away. So like these news are coming out. So that is also one of the reason why Bhitarkanika also remained in the news. And this is the second, and these articles we will talk about, that Siva Mohanty talks about, the author. Okay, he talks about what would be the situations to the Bhitarkanika in the year 2050. When it comes to the 2050, what will happen to the Bhitarkanika? What the natural vegetation, whether natural vegetation of the Bhitarkanika would be in stress? Yes, because of the rising of the what? Temperature from the average 27.6 to 29.6 degrees Celsius jumps 2 degree. So according to the author, the temperature is going to be increased 2 degree. Okay, so generally the winter temperature will obviously increase. So that means the average temperature is increasing. The Ramsar site designated may see a rise of the temperature from 1.9 degree to 2 degree or 2.1 degree Celsius by the since the 1960s and 1990s. So by the 2050, the temperature will rise by 2 degree or 3 degree, and the temperature is going to be so almost. So summer will be more hotter. Summer is going to be more hotter. So here is the temperature is another factors where we are talking about that the temperature is going to rise. Temperature here, summer is the more hotter, winter is more warmer. So here the author is talking about. So what will that? So that would be effect on the breeding of olive ridley turtles, for whom this is the world's largest rookeries, the what breeding zone for the olive ridley. So that is also going to be problematic for them for the breeding. Apart from that, the ecosystem of the mangrove ecosystem, for which it is known, the vulnerabilities of this ecosystem also going on. The biodiversity, for which exactly it is known for, the biodiversity also reducing day by day because of the climate change. So that point also highlighted here by the author Mohanty. And the Mr. Mohanty also talk about how the temperature is going to rise in this region. Okay, the temperature is rising on, and apart from that, the precipitation, there would be also rise in precipitation, the rise in temperature, rise in precipitation as well. And the man wildlife conflict as well are the point where we can't ignore that fact. So that means the changing rainfall pattern, it would be upright side. Here the rainfall, what happens, the rainfall is going to increase. So according to the author Mohanty, the rainfall is going to increase from 1262.2 mm to 1301 mm by 2050 or 1 bar 2050. So rainfall is going to increase by almost 11%. However, when it comes to the summers, the projected rainfall will also rise. The total average rainfall will increase and the summer rainfall will also increase. So according to the author. Okay, so that is what's while the decline in the rainfall during the summer and the winter season will have also outcomes. So overall rainfall is going to be off, but that is the distribution and somehow also throughout that means it would be periodicity of the rainfall or the frequency of rainfall will decrease, intensity will but increase. Now what will happen? Other than another, but the survey also phase out or the resource that also talks about how the rivers, those rivers exactly feed it, the supply the fresh water to the Bhitarkanika. Their flows are also reducing, their flows are also being reduced. So like the river Brahmani, Baitroni, their fresh water flows is what either that waters are more polluted water or their drains because of some barrages, dams, the amount of water which was used to drink to the Bhitarkanika, that is also subject to reduction. So what will happen is that that will entitle to what impact, some of the impacts on that ecosystem, because the freshness or the brackish water, there will be composition of the water salinity and other changes as well. So by 2050, the study also says the health of the mangrove rivers, that is the gross primary productivity, will fall in by 7 pc. So the study also says that, the author also says that according to the study, the productivity of the wetland also going to be reduced. Then what the author's other point to be discussed here is that despite the conservation effort or the current extents of the mangrove, the density of the mangroves is also going to decrease by 2050. The patches of mangroves along the northwest and the northern coast of Bhitarkanika sanctuary are projected to decrease. That is northwest, and it is talking about the patches of the southwest. So the southwest and the northwest, where the mangrove patches are decreasing. Another problem is coming to the what denudation. So the bank denudation is also there, and heavy rainfall upstreams during the monsoon season, that leads to the erosion. So bank erosion, what one of the major reason here, and that would be shrimp, crabs, frogs, they're getting vulnerabilities increasing because of the reptiles, and also reptiles because of the bank erosion. Habitat and food availability, apart from that, will also the crocodiles, as the number of crocodiles also increasing here. So because of the climate change and other I would say what repercussion, the crocodiles will have less food availability and their population may also decrease ahead. Okay, so rising temperature, where that young crocodile may spend less times diving into the water and more what outside to bask, which would expose them to the predators. Okay, so what will happen is that if the temperature will increase, so they will come out of the water to bask themselves. That will increase the what predictability as well, so that they would be vulnerable to the predators. Increasing temperature during the incubation span from the March to July, that will also inhibits the hatching, leading to the more that means that would be leading to the what more male production than that, leading to the what more male being produced than the females. That will also decrease the population will also decrease. The vulnerabilities also, that is talks about the olive ridley turtles, because of the frequent sea level rise, increasing storm frequency in the cyclones. So what will happen is that will lead to the what reduction of the olive ridley turtles population, and their nesting ground is also, sand is being reduced. So what happens, this olive ridley turtles, like you can see the babies here, they do nest on the sandy soil, and if there would be more erosion and more coastal erosion and more storms and the tropical cyclones, this sand will move away at the erosion of the sand where they exactly lay their eggs. So what will happen is their habitat of the nesting zone would be destroyed. So it would be difficult to what for them to have to find another destination, so that their movement might also reduce. So local communities also being facing, so that means the 2.5 lakhs peoples residing and depending on the what, that means somewhere it's what, when it comes to the Bhitarkanika, such a great nursing grounds of the fishery and sustain the local community 2.5 lakhs population. With cascading impact of the climate change, the fish production is reduced. The migratory birds, that would be in terms, it would impact the what, when the fish production is reduced, the birds coming to that particular region, their number will be reduced because they would not have food to feed on. The lower productivity and the catch can lead to the loss of livelihood, and also the birds, their number will also reduce. The that extreme events will also impact the tourism, like storm surge, tropical cyclones, strong wind, coastal erosion, crocodile attack. So attack of the crocodile as well. This will reduce the tourism to that particular region. And the secondary income sources of the villagers is comes to the sadder due to the rising temperature of the tropical cyclones. So as these people, those who are 2.5 lakhs people residing in this particular region, they don't have the substitute income to this particular region. So that is why there would be of some sort of the apprehension in the mind of the local peoples. Even sometimes there are also the news when I went through some months or a few months ago, that some village like Sadhvaya is a village is there within the inside that national parks, which is completely divided the population. The peoples have migrated from that particular village Sadhvaya So because of the rampant coastal erosion and the climate change and the what storms and the tropical cyclones, the peoples that village is completely the man and the woman less or the people less village. So such kind of image will be very frequent. And apart from that, the vulnerability is increasing. The mangroves, the flagship species, are the criticals as well, the sector. So yes, adaptation mechanism is necessary. Implementation of the monitoring, survey, implementation of the project to taking care of the Bhitarkanika is utmost target both for the state government and the central governments to preserve it. That will have that will be a sustainable development model where the both the man and environment relation will also be maintained. So thank you everyone for watching this. But please don't forget to subscribe it, like it, comment it, share it, and also put forward your suggestion if you require. Thank you everyone. Have a good day to all.